There we go. Obligatory shot completed. What's up, everyone? So we have this Craftsman. It has a newer style Briggs on there. Owner told me the story of he hurt his back last year. Sometime earlier in the year, wife hired a landscaper. Landscaper became expensive like everything else in the world, and they decided to cut back. His back is doing better, so that is a luxury that he doesn't really need anymore. But in the meantime, this hasn't been ran in over a year. So I'm going to break a YouTube code here. I'm not going to check for spark. I'm not going to do all that stuff. I'm just going to go directly into the carburetor. So, yeah, without a doubt, one of the most common questions I get is, why didn't you check for spark? And I'm just going to throw this out there. If you have a newer-ish machine, you're probably okay with it. It's not going to be spark. It could be. Don't get me wrong. But majority of the time, that's just not what it's going to be. I hate to break it to you. YouTube might have lied to you. But we're not going to get all angry. So we need a 7mm, which should be these. There we go. In fact, let's get you a little better. Now these do screw into plastic, so don't expect them to be super tight. Next is 8mm. Also forget it's some type of 30 seconds you can use for both, but just 8mm. This was made in the land of millimeter. And then what also what I need to do is I need to take the cover off, and sometimes it could be a real joy, but luckily the sticker is already kind of pulling up on that one, so I don't have to worry about it. This is just a hex T20. Yeah, there we go. And not anymore. Pull up on this. Like I said, this is sometimes a real big joy. I never remember which way this thing is supposed to go. I'll explore. And if you push going that direction, it comes right out. So, moving forward, back to 8mm. Now, this isn't 100% necessary. It's just going to make things a lot easier. If you really want to, you could, angle yourself down there and just pull the fuel line off and whatnot. But considering that this is a video and feel doesn't exactly translate very well, yeah, I'm gonna have to take the cover off. So now that the cover's off, we now can focus on the carburetor. Yeah, it looks pretty nasty in there. A lot of stuff. Probably spiders. There's always spiders. But first, fuel tank lifts right off. It's gonna make our life a lot easier. I'm gonna take a pair of vice grips. Maybe too much. Oh yeah, that was way too much. You just need to block the flow of fuel. You don't need to like squeeze the life out of them. These little angled pliers can really become a lifesaver in situations like this. So, if you don't have any, I think Harbor Freight is where I got mine. It's probably going to dump a little bit of fuel, just a little bit. Oof, that is not wanting to cooperate with, there we go. Then we twist, breaks the seal, and then we're going to take the fuel tank off. More likely than not, this fuel is bad, but we'll look at it in a moment. And now, this carburetor just slides right off. Ideally. There we go. So, we need to take off the linkages as follows. We're going to tip We're going to pull it out a little bit. We're going to tip it up. That one comes right out. This one, we tip it to the side, and it should hopefully come right out. Boom. And again, we dripped a little bit of fuel, not the end of the world. Something to pay attention to though, this white retaining clip still in the carburetor as well as the little O-ring. Sometimes it can stick right there. And if it does, don't worry about it. Just kind of do a mental note, because you are definitely going to want to take that off when we put it back on to make sure it's not vacuum. Carburetor is sitting on its side with the fuel outlet or inlet on the bottom. We're gonna have some junk in there, but we're not concerned that the carburetor is junk. We're concerned that the carburetor is plugged from other possibilities. There we go. Take our 7. Be a little careful. Just a little careful, not a lot. Now, grab a screwdriver that has a fairly wide head, kind of like a few people I know, and go like this, and then whoop, easy as can be. And again, that's on the outside of the carb, we're not too worried about it. Now, you can take this same screwdriver, and before we do that though, actually, I'm gonna look inside here. This is the jet. That is definitely plugged up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our screwdriver, we're gonna go right here, and oops, pry up on it. So the end of the screwdriver, what is this stuff? Anyway, end of the screwdriver is on the black, the other end is on the actual emulsion tube. At least I think that's what they call this. I don't remember 100%. Briggs might call it something different, but for a while there, people would just replace them. Just gonna tell you, you don't need to do that. I'm gonna get this dried off and cleaned out. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow compressed air all throughout this, just to kind of take out all the junk. Okie dokie. Let's see if you can tell. Hopefully you can. But that is definitely looking a lot better. Now, can you see how that is circular? And not like barely a hole there? It's because I had to take a wire from a wire brush. Compressed air wasn't doing it, but the rest of these are actually fairly large, so compressed air did everything we needed to. So, make sure that is a perfect circle. Kind of like the Rock Band. Even though they only have one good song. That's the song that they played in Constantine. If you don't know what that movie is, I would highly recommend you watch it. I'd wonder what you do with your life, especially in the early 2000s. Okay, now you put their screws back on. Now remember, this is plastic, so if you're anyone but me, you're going to be not doing this. You are going to use a driver or a ratchet or something. Follow my example. No, follow my advice, not my example. Now, that, even though the top of it is looking pretty nasty, is technically cleaned. So we're going to put it back on. And I get it, if you really want to, in fact, I will cover your ears. Also maybe right here. Probably should put something in here. Whoops. Anyway, moving on. So we have our freshly cleaned carburetor. This goes on exactly opposite of putting it back on or taking it off. If you have ever read a Toyota repair manual, you'll understand that's basically every single step of theirs for reassembly. I wished I was joking on that. Now, at this point, if you did have that white retaining ring, you would take it off, put the O-ring in first, and then put the retaining ring on top of the carb, snap it into place, boom, you're done. you don't want to just leave it on the machine because you don't know if it's really sealing very well. And that is the #1 way to get screwed up. Actually, we're going to dump the fuel out from the carb, and we're going to take a gander at the fuel that is in the tank. These engines are basically the Leonardo DiCaprio of small engines. They do not in any way like to have aged fuel whatsoever. They will just simply shut down. Or water. But that's every single engine, so. I'm looking at that. That is probably, in Leonardo DiCaprio terms, a 22-year-old. That's just aged enough. Borderline getting there a little bit too much, but we're able to use it. Now, we're going to put the tank back on. There we go. For whatever reason, that back clip was just being a giant pain. And we're gonna need to put the fuel line back on. We're going to remove the clamp, push this down. The fuel clamp is not where we need it to be. I wished I could do this, but you're kind of in my way. Maybe I go on the other side of you. There we go. Put that back on. So far, nothing is leaking, so that's a good sign. At this moment, we can go ahead and put this back on. If yours has this, it goes like that. Where's the little guides? Come on now. This only goes on one way, so. There we go. Put our crank vent tube back on. This little, oh, can't really see it. This little guy. Like so. And because my impact already has a 7, we're just gonna do the 7s first. And again, that's going into plastic. Don't go all crazy. And we take our 8 and we do the others. This will mount this air filter cover to the little bracket. And yet again, you should probably start this with your hand, but I've done this too many times. Boom. Now, air filter actually looks really good. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. Now, just need to put the recoil back on. Oh, drop my screws. Doesn't want to sit right. Just kind of pull the cord a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to find my screws. There we go. I'm going to find my screws and get this put on. The fuel has been on the entire time. Yet again, that's just water. It doesn't have a fuel shut off, so we should be good to go. I must say, I don't know why, but that's a lot more difficult than it should have been to put back on. Yeah, shouldn't be anything else we need to do. See any worries in there. These are kind of lean to begin with. Let's try this again. Yeah, there's no issue there. So, we are now done. This is an exceptionally easy fix. You don't need a whole lot of tools. You don't really need to do anything. Just need a 7mm, 8mm screwdriver, so on and so forth. That's it. Very, very easy. Anyone can do this. So if you don't feel like doing all that stuff though, what you can do is you can just buy them. I'll put a link on Amazon right now. I'm not being paid for it, I'm just giving you the link. Take the number off of it, find it yourself. Yeah, so pretty easy repair. Literally can take you 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and leave you at that. Follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101. Like you see, keep watching, subscribe. Definitely leave a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next one. You have a good night.